Oh, aren't you glad you didn't touch that dial? All right, we're back. And our next comedian is a funny young man who has appeared on Caroline's Comedy Hour. Here's Greg Schwem.
Very much. Nice to be here in L.A. It's my third day here. Still getting used to my rental car, loaded with gadgets. It has an airbag on it. And those of you who have cars with airbags, you know the airbag is where the horn used to be, right? It's in the middle. Now the horn is this little button on the side. And that's hard to get used to, because you know what it's like to drive in L.A., folks. People are crazy. And when someone does something stupid, it's kind of a reflex action. You just beat on the horn. Just beat on right in front of you. It loses a lot of effect when first you have to find the horn, you know. You're driving along, hey! Oh, there it is. Butthead, huh? I sold my old car, put it down in the paper, sold it by myself. That's a very nerve-wracking experience, particularly the point when the prospective buyer is test driving the vehicle and you're in the passenger seat next to him thinking, oh, don't let it start making that noise. No. See, new car buyers, they got it made. You know, I mean, they can just keep throwing in extras to entice you to buy. You can't do that when you're selling your car. If anything, you're trying to hide the extras on your car, you know. You can't really go, okay, $2,500, I will throw in the moldy bag of Doritos that fell behind the passenger seat in 1986. Okay, I'll paint the duct tape so it matches the interior, all right? Work with me. I had to get a bigger car. I just turned 30, and now my body is falling apart. I have back problems now. And I found out the back is like the weirdest part of your body because it can go out at any time with no advance warning. I play golf, I play tennis, I jog, and I ski. You know how I hurt my back? Taking clothes out of the dryer. Thank you very much. Yes. And, you know, when you do something that stupid, it's embarrassing to go to the doctor. You know, what's he going to say? All right, Mr. Schwem. No laundry for 30 days, all right? So I go to see an orthopedic guy who says, Mr. Schwem, we're really not sure what's the matter with your back, so we're going to have to do an MRI. Like an idiot, I never asked what that stood for. See, when we go to doctors, we're so naive. We just assume they know what they're talking about. MRI? Cool. Yeah. Yeah, whatever letters you think will cure me, doctor, that's fine. CIA, POW, try them all. I don't know. For all I know, this can stand for massive radiation intake, you know? I mean, it could be worse. Like in the examining room, Mr. Schwem, are you ready for your mammoth rectal incision? You're the doctor. I don't know. So anyway, I find out it stands for magnetic resonance imaging, which is basically a fancy word for an X-ray, but they don't tell you it's an X-ray because they're doctors, and they got to use words that only they know the meanings of. You ever go to a hospital emergency room? The only place in the world you hear that word stat, right? Dr. Johnson, report to OR. Stat! Means right away. Come on, these guys work in a hospital. I would think everything they would do would have a sense of urgency to it, you know? When was the last time you heard somebody go, Dr. Johnson, start an IV on this guy? As soon as you get around to it, all right? So now I do back exercises every morning. I got this pamphlet which shows some guy laying on the floor and twisting his muscles, and I'm quoting from the book now. It says, before beginning your back exercises, quote, clench your buttocks together as if you were trying to pick up a quarter between them. You're speaking my language. Not only is my back killing me, now I'm a human slot machine on the floor every morning. That is a true story, by the way. All my stuff is based on true stories. I'm not like a political comic. I don't make political jokes. Although I was kind of enamored with this Perot guy for a while. I think it's just because they always refer to him as the Texas billionaire. You know you've done well when your financial status is part of your introduction. I'm glad that's not the case for everybody. I would have introduced. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chicago rent check bouncer Greg Schwem. I like politics, though. Those guys are great communicators. That's very important, communicating, both in professional and your personal life. My girlfriend and I communicate very well, except there's only one place we don't communicate. That's her apartment. I am afraid to talk around my girlfriend's apartment because she just bought a Doberman Pinscher, Shane. I am terrified of Shane. She thinks he's adorable. One night she turns to me and she goes, Greg, doesn't Shane have a cute little baby face? I'm like, well, perhaps. I haven't seen too many infants with fangs that drag on the floor, but... Then she says, Greg, you know, Shane is a gentle dog, providing I don't use the attack word. Yeah. See, you can train your dog not to attack when a certain word is spoken. I said, that's great, honey. What's the attack word? She says, well, I can't tell you. Because if I do and Shane hears it, he'll freak. Okay, so now I'm afraid to talk around her apartment. You know, I mean, I certainly don't want to lose an artery because my sicko girlfriend neglected to tell me the attack word is the, you know, so... I'm not ready to settle down yet. I like this job, get to travel a lot. I like coming here. LA is a very ethnically diverse city. That's cool. Every time I come here, I always feel bad that I never learned to speak a foreign language, you know? Because, you know, like you go to Europe there. Everybody there can speak perfect English. We, as Americans, get really excited when we can speak, like, 3 words of their language, you know? I have an aunt who's going to China. She calls me up the other day. She goes, oh, Greg, I'm really excited. I bought one of these Chinese phrase books, you know, and I'm learning a few phrases so I can converse with the natives. I said, that's wonderful, Annie. What have you learned so far? She says, well, I know that cha means tea. Woo! Auntie, you'll fly through customs with that knowledge, I'd say. Yeah, that'll get you out of any traffic ticket in the country, I think. Or this is worse. Americans, we feel if we can learn a few words of their language and converse with them, it then becomes perfectly okay to switch to our language at any point during the conversation, you know? It's true. Like an American will walk into a Swedish bakery and make a huge production out of it. They'll be like, okay, guys, reading the book? Okay, I've been reading the phrase book. I will order, listen, and learn. Here we go. In the hargavor, the beer, the sheer, the... Huh? Right? Yeah. And a cup of coffee. Black. Step on it, Sven. Let's go. Come on. You imagine anybody doing that in this country? Like a Chinese guy walking into a Burger King going, oh, wappa? Large fries. See you all the way to the wall! Thank you very much, everybody. A great audience. Thank you very much.
Don't miss your chance to have more laughs. Stay with us. It's an evening at the Improv.
Welcome back. Our next comedian headlines at Nick's Comedy Stop in Boston and Christine's at Cape Cod, on Cape Cod. Please welcome Chance Langton.
Yeah. Let's hear it for my friend David Soul. Nice job, David. Yeah. All right. It's not easy to do that. Come up and get the crowd going the way he did. My friend David Soul. Come on, David. Yeah. See, a lot of people come up on stage and say stupid things, but not that guy. He had a certain style of his own, and I appreciated it. David Soul. Come on, one more time. Yeah. This is the easy part of being a comedian, being on stage. The tough stuff is behind the scenes. I write every day. I've studied the history of comedy. I think there's 3 great ones when you think about it. Johnny Carson, Rodney Dangerfield, and David Soul. My friend. David didn't tell you he'll be starring in a new special with Roseanne Barr, Dom DeLuise, and John Candy. It's called My 3 Tons. Well, on a better subject, is anybody married here by any chance? Anybody married? Good for you. I read a survey. It says that married men live longer than single men. What they don't tell you is married men would rather die sooner. My friend's having troubles with his wife. I can relate because I go out with his wife. I sued my ex-wife for sexual harassment in public. She made fun of the size of my penis. We settled in small claims. I broke up with her because of religion. I believe in a different God. Me. I'm not kidding. Somebody told me to get out of the way. I said, I can't. I am the way. Now, it's not good having this kind of an ego. I've been looking for some answers. I went to a psychic. She wouldn't tell me anything because she knew I wasn't going to pay. She had a strange name. I'll spell it out. Z as in zebra. E-B-R-A. I knew a woman named Penny. She had a sex change. Now her name is Buck. But they say, have safe sex, wear a condom, even more safe, wear 2 condoms. Come on. I'm not taking any chances. I had my penis laminated. I had it done at the DMV. They asked me if I wanted to be an organ donor. Hey, one at a time, pal. Wilt Chamberlain made love with 20,000 women, and his name is Wilt. Perhaps he wasn't very discriminating, which reminds me of an old dandruff commercial. This beautiful blonde talks to this guy. Suddenly, she scratches her head. The guy walks away in disgust. Hey, this lady was gorgeous. I don't care. She scratches her ass. Because that's the way I am. 4 out of 5 dentists recommend sugarless gum. Yeah. What about that one dentist? I mean, what could he possibly say? Going on. Here, have a jelly donut. Oh. It's nice to hear you people laugh. I'll say this. You know, I drove 100 miles for this show, which is stupid. Because I live next door. There were 3 accidents on the way. I was in each of them. I was driving my Yugo. Now it's a U. My car has no airbag. It has a scumbag. At the point of impact, a salesman pops out of the wheel and sells me another car. Hearing you laugh has helped me out because when I was a kid, I had low self-esteem. My parents abandoned me. My picture ended up on a carton of Milk Duds. Michael Jackson ran away when he was a kid. He ended up on a carton of Half and Half. Tattoo ran away. He ended up on condensed milk. Jimmy Hoffa, evaporated milk. Good night, young people.
My good friend, Chance Langton. think I'm going to give him the role in My Three Sons. Don't move, don't blink, don't even breathe. They're coming right back, right away.